following video is from Bicycle Audit for the Connect Northglenn Bicycle and Pedestrian Plan. The first segment is from a side path that starts on 104th Avenue, is buffered, and then goes to an attached section. 4 riders begin the journey, all approaching the intersection with Melody Drive. Riders cross the intersection in the crosswalk, but once they get to the other side of the crosswalk, the riders have different interpretations as to where they are to align before crossing the actual intersection, as can be demonstrated here. Ultimately, 3 riders choose to be up on the actual paved trail and pathway, whereas 1 thinks as a road rider and is aligned in the actual street. When the green is given, 3 riders choose to ride into the roadway, whereas 1 continues through the pedestrian refuge island in the actual crosswalk. It takes a second before all riders actually get back into the roadway and proceed on Melody Drive as road riders. The next segment on Melody Drive itself is a demonstration of how a roadway and possibly if a roadway could be repurposed. Notice the lack of traffic volume. This is a 4-lane roadway. 4 lanes and lighter traffic volume means space can be repurposed for things such as a buffered bike lane or bicycle lane by itself. This is a possibility. The next segment is West 100th Place. In this mid-block crossing, a pedestrian curb extension could be helpful to narrow the crossing. As riders continue on towards the Huron Street intersection, there is no bicycle detection for the traffic signal. Riders wait and wait and wait until a vehicle finally trips the actual signal and riders are able to cross the intersection. This can be changed with radar technology. The next segment is on Quivas Street. Speed tables are used along Quivas Street to slow traffic. Within the speed table, there is a gap. This gap is for the alignment of emergency vehicles so that they do not have to slow. As can be seen, riders are a bit unsure as to how to align themselves with the speed table, and by the 4th speed table, all 3 riders in this case go through the gap. This could be a bit of a hazard for motorists who are behind, anticipating the riders stay to the right. The next intersection with Quivas and 104th Avenue, 1 rider can be seen pushing the button, knowing that this is a possibility of triggering the intersection to give the green light to proceed through. Again, radar technology can be used to determine and pick up bicycle traffic and get the intersection to change. Next, north of 104th, is a 25-mile-an-hour section in a residential environment. Clearly there's a problem with speeding, as the local police department has put out traffic enforcement trailers to slow traffic down. The next segment is Pecos Street. This unmarked street has clear possibilities. With markings and with defined segments and parts through the roadway for bicyclists, this could be made safer. Bicyclists could have their own dedicated space and it could be predictable for motorists. This could also have a traffic calming effect. Along Rosanna Drive, 2 intersections show the value of a potential bicycle boulevard. One intersection is stop controlled on the opposite sides of the through movement for the bicyclist. This allows momentum to continue. The next intersection is a 4-way stop. This four-way stop shows clearly bicyclists having to slow down and even come to a stop before proceeding. This disrupts momentum and slows traffic for bicyclists. This slows their possibilities of moving in a more fluid motion. Finally, the roundabout. Roundabouts have an opportunity to have a slip lane for bicyclists or sharrows to align in a proper alignment. In this instance, a narrow sidewalk is used, and this shows not enough space for both a bicyclist and a pedestrian to continue through and share the same space. This video was produced for the Connect Northglenn Bicycle and Pedestrian Plan.